What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, May the 18th. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Thanks for joining us. And my friend LOIS Long is over there. Good to have you here, Lois.
Good morning.
And Lois, of course, is an advocate for caregivers and persons with dementia. We've said that many times, and you are a very, very sincere person who cares about that. Another thing that has become a staple with us when you're on is an original poem. And you have another one for us today, right?
I do.
Okay. You want to start the segment off with your poem?
You bet.
Go.
Thank you. I've entitled it Ours to Do, and we've heard the expression mine to do. I'll do what's mine to do. So this is ours to do. Looking back at busy years, decisions made with less, responses to immediate need, meditation and solitude unrealized. Middle years of transition, relationships change, ever-evolving progressions into a different stage of life. Slowing body and mind, alone time and solitude become options. Gradually, the self emerges to discover what's ours to do. Generations pass, we become the older ones, deciding what we care about, to leave for those who follow. Stories of our time, life, work, and devotion, dreams and hardships, realized or still to come.
There was one line in there when you said, as time passes, we become the older ones. For some reason, Lois, it just reached out and grabbed me, and I immediately flashed back to when I was in my teens and my 20s and 30s, and here I am in mid-70s right now, and I realize I am one of the older ones. Right. We are. What is it that you would like to impress upon listeners and viewers today?
I want to talk about, in this time, what is ours to do to help people with dementia and the caregivers who work so hard and sacrifice much of themselves to be the ones that care for persons who lose their memories. It's very interesting that we remember those old things, but we forget some of the more recent things that have happened to us when dementia progresses. And so I believe what is ours to do is to help one another during this time and to realize what's going on. Our support group will meet this month for the first time in over a year. And
are you saying meeting in person?
Yes, we are meeting in person, separated at a big square table with masks, fully vaccinated people, and we'll take our masks down if we're going to talk like we do here.
Yeah.
But we will respect one another, and I think that word and holding respect for one another is part of what is ours to do. No matter how well we function, whether we can do what we used to do or not, we need to figure out how we're going to take care of one another. And as a reminder, I just wanted to address what I have seen as the impact of Alzheimer's disease on caregivers who will come face to face and begin to share their stories of what's been going on for the last year when we haven't met. I mean, we do call, we do emails, but face to face is a different.
It makes all the difference in the world.
It does. And there will be people who will talk about loved ones who have passed away while they were in a facility that was locked down and there was no visits. They will talk about people who could no longer understand why the caregiver couldn't visit or shouldn't visit because the COVID-19 emphasis has been, hard to understand for all of us who are free,
Right,
but people restricted in a care facility do not necessarily understand that.
And that has to be one of the hardest things, both for the caregiver and for the patient, not being able to see the ones that they love, and perhaps not understanding why
Exactly.
they're not able to see the ones they love.
And I think the decline in mental and physical health during this year of isolation is another significant thing because although staff do a wonderful job of taking care of the people that are in a facility, it is hard to, you can't take the place of the loved ones
No.
that have all the memories. And so I think it's important that caregivers remember that they have to take care of themselves and their health. If they have chosen to keep someone at home and have that full responsibility, it's going to impact their own health as well as the well-being of the person who's in a familiar place and perhaps is happier but does not understand what's going on with everything in this complex world we live in.
And when you talk about the caregiver who has chosen to keep their loved one at home, yes, it's very difficult. It's difficult, and at times it feels like your back is up against the wall and you don't know where you're going to turn next. Keep in mind that there are people out there willing to help you, willing to take some of the burden off. But you also must keep in mind that if you are taking care of that person that you love, you will have no regrets whatsoever when it's all over. You'll be able to live with yourself with a clear conscience, knowing that you gave your all to the person that you love and care for. And that's so important.
One last thing I want to share is that in the Alzheimer's Association facts and figures, a summary for this past year, all of the changes and the sacrifices have been documented in a sense, and anyone that wants to read about that can go to the website alz.org/facts.
Okay.
And those I will not try to relate to, but for caregivers, I would encourage people to go to the helpline. It's available through the Alzheimer's Association 24 hours a day,
Right.
7 days a week. And there are consultants there that do understand
Exactly.
what they are dealing with, and it is important that we get help and that we listen to one another during this time of coming out of isolation.
Thank you, Lois. 800-272-3900 is the number to call for more information, okay? And remember, if you're taking care of somebody, you got to take care of yourself, too.
Amen.
We're out of time for today. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu, if there's something you'd like to hear and see. Bye-bye.